Okay, today is August 19th, Monday, 11:20 a.m. Eastern Standard. Let's talk through, it'll be a pretty quick video. Not too much price action and stuff going on here, but let's talk through the charts and what we're looking at. So, a couple of things I want to point out here that were really interesting are I mentioned on the weekly report that I sent out that I thought going long silver and shorting gold could be an interesting hedge and opportunity. And what have we actually seen so far today? The gold is actually trading up now, but gold was actually pulling back earlier this morning, and silver is now up 2%. So it's interesting how that hedge could theoretically play out. Uh, I'm not at a point where it makes sense to enter yet. I think we've missed a good bit of the silver entry, and I'm not a huge fan of trying to trend follow and chase at these prices as we start this kind of ascent. But any pullback in silver where I think we can go long would be a good opportunity. And then as gold starts to test these all time highs, specifically testing this line that I drew out that tags the top from one of these bull runs in June to the bull run in July to the all-time high early August to the all-time high that we just hit. If we can tag the top of that line and start to pull back, while catching a pullback in silver to go long, I think it'd be really interesting to go long silver as it's kind of a laggard trying to catch up, and then shorting gold as it hits resistance levels at all time highs. I'm not a huge fan of staying long gold. I actually have gold physically, and I have GLD, the gold index. So I'm very much a gold bull in the long run. I think as the Fed continues to print more and more money, gold will continue to have its place in the economy and its place as a store of value. But I do like, as we tag resistance lines here, with how much gold has run up, there are opportunities. I mean, there's always opportunities here with this kind of ebbing and flowing of gold for us to catch a dip. So I do like the opportunity of us selling gold potentially as it rips all-time highs, and then trying to catch a long on silver to hedge the opportunity. And theoretically, one of these might end up getting stopped out for a loss, but hopefully we can ride the other one as a winner. So that's kind of the thought process there, but nothing to enter as of right now. Platinum is still trading too high for where we would like to enter. And palladium, I thought about getting a potential short here, but just didn't end up taking the position. I didn't like that we had broken out of this key resistance line that dates really way back, like multi-year highs. If we look at this back to middle of 2023, I didn't like that we had broken out of that channel because that's a pretty bullish indicator as we ripped up here and stayed closed above it. And now we're just kind of testing that line. So I don't like that we're still staying above this line. That still indicates that there's bullish sentiment here. So I don't like going short at this point in time. But there could have been a quick short there, just not the kind of setup that I would like. And I mentioned in the report, copper's starting to curl back up, and I think that makes a lot of sense as we may potentially still be in a bull market and just going through a minor correction. That would make sense for us to start seeing copper rotate up. Copper is very well in line with the bull market. If the market is staying strong, copper is probably rotating to the upside. Other things that we are seeing, I mentioned oats in the report. It really needs to break out of this 320-ish line, this resistance line that dates back to 2022 for us to have an opportunity there. And here's another great one that I talked about 2 weeks ago on the report of shorting the US dollar and how we had kind of this head and shoulder pattern. This head, shoulder, and right shoulder, and then we've started to just break lower and lower. So I think we've missed that opportunity. I still think that shorting US dollar makes sense here, and I think long the euro is probably a good opportunity as well, just based on what I've seen so far in the data. Crude oil and gasoline, I talked about on the report. I've entered gasoline here at 2.295. So we're catching a couple of wicks here. I don't know if we're going to end up getting stopped out, but I still like the energies at these prices. I do like either being positioned to go long gasoline or long crude oil. I think gasoline is a lot more of a crowded short trade, so there's a lot more upside as gasoline's been underperforming crude lately. So I like these prices. I am looking for us to get a bounce at least back to 2.4 where we might consider taking profit, or if we can run further, that would be great as well. Nat gas catching a little bit of a bid today. Other things in foreign exchange, I like the Brazilian real, but we're not really sure where we're going to enter as far as an opportunity just yet. Really good that we got out of that pound trade, right? I got out of this pound trade when it started to roll and reverse here. I think we got out right around here. Um, yeah, just really good because it's just been ripping to the upside. So we took our profit and we slowly scaled out of positions that started to rotate up. And Canadian dollar is catching a nice bid right now as well. If you look at this, this is, in my opinion, a solid breakout. We are breaking above the recent um, kind of channel that we've been stuck in, and we're starting to catch newer swing highs, which is really good. I would love to see us retest and break and close above this 0.736 for that to really be a confirmed breakout. But chart is looking really good right now, and we moved our stop up so that we're in profit either way. So that's good. Euro's up, like I talked about, Euro being bullish. The yen is trading up today as well. And then if we look at our indices, Nasdaq's actually lagging a little bit. I mentioned I like the Dow on any pullbacks, but who knows if we're going to get any pullbacks to trade. Other things that stand out to me, soybeans actually just rotated up, but still not really a good looking chart there. Cotton is doing really good today, and I'd like to see a continual close above this key resistance line in order for that to be a confirmed breakout. Cotton's really fooled us a couple of times. This is not the strongest trend line that we've ever seen. It's only dating back less than a year, but I would like to see continued closes above and proving this to be support instead of resistance in order for cotton to be something we would trade. So just something we're keeping an eye on. And then crypto is pulling back. Ethereum looking very bearish, and I think we could end up getting in on Bitcoin if we start to see closes below 55,000. Probably a longer position, maybe not so much a trading position. So that's kind of what we're looking at here. We have the active trade on in Canadian dollar, which is very well in profit, and we're in profit right now, but who knows where it's going to go with gasoline. So RB, those are the only two positions we're in, and we'll talk again tomorrow. Thanks.